Hello and welcome to an all-new episode of Stop Faking It with me, your host, Emily Bracey. We are chit-chatting today with my husband, Roger, back by popular demand.
Whoop whoop. Hello.
Sup?
Sup?
I really think you are I don't know, people tell me that they like you on the podcast.
Wow, I feel so popular.
I know, I try not to tell you. I don't want to inflate your ego too much.
I am the best host, co-host.
So, I didn't tell you what we were talking about today.
Who's
I asked
we?
you and me.
Oh. You didn't tell me what we were talking about today?
Yeah, for the podcast.
Oh, okay, I get you.
How many beers have you had?
I only had 2, but it made it sound like you had a conversation without me and you didn't tell me about it.
Yeah,
but I
me
was
and Oscar.
included.
Me and Oscar did. But I asked my followers and listeners to send me in their irrational fears, and they delivered.
Okay.
They're good. But before we get into that, we should catch the listeners up of what we've been up to. It's been a couple weeks now because I skipped last week, but we went to Atlanta for Shaky Knees Music Festival.
Shaking them knees.
Shaking them knees. It was our 4th Shaky Knees, and it was really cool because the first one we went to in 2021, right? Yeah, that makes sense. For math major, not really, but Foo Fighters headlined.
They did.
It was great. And then unfortunately, Taylor Hawkins, their drummer, passed away not too long after that.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was within like a year.
Yeah, definitely. So we were kind of like, wow, and the whole reason the Foo Fighters were headlining that year was, it was, like I said, it was October 2021, so it was still like COVID-esque. I mean, we're in Florida, so yeah. We don't get it. But Stevie Nicks was originally supposed to headline, and that's like what got us there, because we went for our honeymoon, and I love Stevie Nicks so much. And then one day they posted that she dropped out because of COVID. You know, she's a little older. She did her thing. She didn't want to do it. She didn't have to do it. And so I was like crying because I was so sad Stevie Nicks dropped out. And then I saw within like 15 minutes, they're like, but the Foo Fighters are headlining. And then I was like, wait, this is actually the only replacement that makes me, like, I was crying because that. I was so happy. And then it was absolutely awesome. And it was just as awesome again this time. And it was such a fun weekend. We love Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have fun every time.
I don't know. Something really special about this trip, though, I think, was that people were just so nice. Like, so even just like small things, like someone went out of their way to hold an elevator for us. I don't know if it's because we're from New York State and people are assholes. But like that, I don't know. I feel like that's a big deal. Like, even to just do tiny things like that. And then on Sunday, when the Foo Fighters were headlining, before we left, because we were going to originally leave around like 5 to get to the festival that day. And it started like downpouring. So it kind of kept setting our plans back. And then, we didn't know, maybe they were going to cancel the festival. Because the thing with Shaky Knees is, like, there's nowhere to go and get cover. Like, there's like 7 trees. Like, that's not it. Like,
well, it was downpouring too.
Like torrential downpours, which it was nice because Atlanta this time of year is a little dusty. But anyway, so we were like sitting at the bar, like debating on what to do. Like, obviously we wanted to see the Foo Fighters. And this couple next to us who told us they were in their mid-40s, they got caught in the torrential downpour, and they were talking to us like, oh, you guys have to go see Foo. And she like was complimenting my outfit. She was like, girl, you look so cute, you have to go see Foo Fighters. And they gave us their ponchos. They did, because we didn't have any.
I know.
And she said, we are giving you these because we are old and we want to get drunk and stay in for the night.
Sounds like a parable.
I know. And she was like, but they're like magic ponchos or something. She's like, you're not going to need them if you have them. Right. And we didn't. It stopped raining. And it was crazy.
The skies parted.
The skies parted right before Dave Grohl took stage. And I mean, he's a powerful man.
Yeah, we walked up there with our magic ponchos.
Magic ponchos. Not on, just in the bag.
Yeah.
But yeah, highly suggest not only the Shaky Knees Music Festival, because it's like super low-key and like
Yeah.
It's fun. It's like indie
It's
and like
fun,
rock
yeah.
and stuff like that.
And it's
But
all done by 11, so you can go to bed.
on Sunday it's done by 10, I think, or 10:30.
I know, it's perfect.
It's great. And it's Atlanta, so it's super cool, super good food, and a lot of things to do.
Get some biscuits.
Flying Biscuit restaurant. Please go to Atlanta and go in the Flying Biscuit. It's so good. Next thing I have to talk about, but I don't want to talk too much about it because if anyone hasn't seen it, I don't want to spill too much, but Roast of Tom Brady.
Ooh, funny.
So good. So it actually came out, it was live when we were in Atlanta, so we weren't able to watch it. And it was so funny because the next day my mom was like, oh my God, we watched half the roast. Like it was so freaking funny. And I thought to myself, I was like, why? And my parents usually stay up later than me. So I was like, why did you watch half? And then I realized it was like 3 hours long.
Yeah, it's definitely like you gotta take it in parts.
Yeah.
It's not a 3-hour sit down.
100%. And it's not something that you want to like, oh, well, I'll do this while I watch it. No. You need to like smoke a joint, grab a beer, get some ice cream, and watch it or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like make a night of it. It was so good. So yeah, if you don't want any spoilers, we're not going to talk about it too long. But I mean, fast forward ahead like, I don't know, 4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe. But it was so funny.
It was.
Nikki Glaser did phenomenal.
She was probably the funniest.
No,
Although
she 100% was.
For a comedian. There were funnier things that happened after.
Yeah. Oh, that like not joke wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. But joke wise, like I'm obsessed with Nikki. I've been obsessed with her for years and like looked up to her as a comedian, mostly because like she, and I don't even think you know this, Roger, but she, her style of comedy is very like when she started, and it still kind of is, but it's like slutty. Like, I mean, you heard it.
I heard the jokes,
okay,
so, yeah.
And that's her thing. And like, it was just always so cool that like that she made a fucking living out of it as a comedian. Cause like, that's how I started Ho Gives No Fucks, was like being like that.
Yeah.
And I was listening to her podcast a couple days after, and it's just so, if you don't listen to her podcast, like go listen to these couple episodes about the Tom Brady roast after you watch it. Cause not only does she tell jokes that other comedians were going to say about her, but she talks about some of her jokes that she didn't say, that like, and stuff like that. So it's really cool. But it was just so authentic, and she was like so humble, and she was like, she's like, I'm not trying to brag, but like I can't believe I was the best. And like she wasn't saying that because she's like, I think I'm the best, but like everyone says it. She was. Headlines and everything. She gained like 200,000 followers in like less than 48 hours. I think it was more. No, it was more. Was it more than that? I think it was around 200,000. Yeah, it was. In like 48 hours, which is insane. I've like lost 200,000 in a year. But yeah, no, she's so humble, and it was really funny something she said, which is true. She said the last time a comedian was talked about this much was Bob Saget when he died.
Okay.
And no, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, when do comedians make headlines?
That's
or
true.
make
They really don't.
No,
Yeah.
or like news stories, like Robin Williams did, but that was for the same reason as Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Same but different.
Same.
Same but different. But yeah, what was your favorite part of the Tom Brady roast? You don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Yo, Gronk was so funny. I know it was something Gronk did.
Yeah. I don't know though. Tom's was like closing was kind of funny too.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this, Roger, but even the comedians, obviously the athletes do this, but they all meet, like even Nikki, they all meet with teams of writers, either writers that the roast company or whatever gives them, and then their team of writers, and they meet. I think the comedians probably start meeting earlier, and then the athletes like kind of come in with their own stuff, like, oh, I want to hit this topic. So they have writers doing writing for the comedians. So I don't know if other people know that, but so it was just so funny because like when Gronk was up there, he would say something, he'd go, and I wrote that joke.
Yeah,
or, hey, I just thought of that. While everyone else is just like reading the prompter.
And they're like, Gronk, don't do it.
Yeah. Oh, but something interesting, if you haven't listened, if you haven't watched the special yet, so everyone knows by now, but Kim Kardashian spoke during it, which I thought was off brand. I guess her and Tom had dating rumors like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah.
But I think they were trying to reach a different audience by
Probably.
having her speak.
Yeah.
Which is just more viewers. You know what I mean? So anyway, when my parents watched it live, they said that she was booed so terribly. Like, I almost want to go look it up, not because I don't dislike her or anything. I'm not one of those people. But she was booed for so long, but Netflix cut it out.
But like she was booed like when she walked up, right? It wasn't
yes,
like
and like
she was
standing at the
jokes
podium
and getting booed. It was like before she started.
Yes, it was right before she started.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
She was just like, I think, standing at the podium and people just wouldn't stop booing her. And like, I felt bad because this is the thing. I don't think she was someone, because it was very, very briefly she was up there.
Yeah.
I don't think she sat around with a team of writers. I think they were like, hey, we gave this to you probably hours before the show. The thing aired, or a day before. And so like, even for Kim Kardashian, it's a wild situation, because she took the jokes that were thrown at her really well. Like, I don't think there's anything you can say to that woman that will actually hurt her.
Yeah.
So, at least not on camera.
Yeah.
On like live
Robot
TV.
on camera.
Kevin Hart did a good job hosting.
He did. He's a good host.
I think one of my favorite parts was he just kept going, "Fuck you, Tom."
Yeah. yeah. That's so funny.
And then by the end, Tom Brady was going, "Fuck you, Kevin." And I want to find that clip online to just randomly send to my friend Kevin Flynn.
He constantly. Should do it every day.
That's the thing. I want to like send it to like the meme group chats. Fuck you, Kevin. But yeah, it was really good. Highly suggest watching. It was, even the football players. Drew Bledsoe was there.
That was fun.
And that was there was like beef with that, or even like Bill Belichick was there. I was shocked he was there.
Yeah, that made it interesting.
Yeah, it was wild. And who told us how much? Oh, Natalie told us that Tom Brady got paid $30 million to do that, which is really funny because he lost $30 million in crypto years ago.
It just evened out.
Yeah, it just evened out. But yeah, definitely go watch it. Do you want to get into the irrational fears?
Okay.
You know what's funny? I was just about to be like, and let's stop for a short commercial break, but like, I don't have commercial breaks. Yeah. I just wanted to throw people off. It should be me advertising my podcast.
You should just come up with a commercial next time.
They should do it for my clothing brand. Sponsored by Junie. That's JUUNEY.com. There we go. Now I have a sponsor.
Wow.
Shocker. It's me. All right. Oh my gosh, I forgot I did 2 things. I was about to read these. I was like, these aren't irrational fears. So I also asked my followers to confess spicy things, but I'm going to save that for another day.
Like jalapenos?
Yes. That's exactly what I meant. Speaking of jalapenos, Roger and I were on this kick where we make homemade pho, like from scratch, like almost every week. So good.
But we don't put jalapenos in it.
No, we don't, because you put so much sriracha in it.
I know, every time I have rigatoni spaghetti.
And then we don't use the jalapeno and it goes bad. So anyway,
so it's my fault.
It is your fault. Let's talk irrational fears.
Okay.
First one, zombies.
I don't know if...
I think, but no, I'm just starting off.
Okay. Just easing on in there.
Next one, ostriches.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I think someone else wrote this too, but like, I feel like I have an irrational. We'll talk about ours after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I feel like we should get into this. Like ostriches, like what, like.
There's no context. No context. All they wrote were ostriches.
But like, do they live in Australia, or are they scared that they're just gonna escape from a farm? You think, and like.
I don't know.
Attack them.
I don't know. I always wonder if stuff like that, like if you believe in past lives, that like maybe in a past life they got attacked by an ostrich or something, so now they have this fear.
Well, that makes the most sense then.
It does make the most sense.
It's no longer irrational.
No, it's no longer irrational. Okay, this person says that I will be punched randomly if I'm not paying attention. I have not yet been punched once. So that's funny. I got punched once in the face when I wasn't paying attention.
It's called the sucker punch.
When I was
That's how they get you.
11th grade.
Oh, well, it can happen to anybody anytime.
Concussed.
Stay on your toes.
That's fun. Oh, here we go. And I'm like, is this real? I'm terrified that raspberries are going to start growing out of my head.
What?
You know what I have beef with? the way Raspberries is spelled, there's just no one says like the P, and it looks silly. Is it raspberries? Like Rasputin. I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Ugh, see, it's making me. I don't like it. Ugh.
It's like Wednesday though.
Wednesday.
Something
Forever.
Weird about it.
Wednesday.
It's up to something.
Yeah.
Or Colonel.
But yeah,
that one
so
always gets me.
I didn't know that one until like last year. I thought there were two different words.
No.
Well, you thought Dachshund and Dachshund were two different words.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Well, it's not Dachshund. It's Dachshund.
But like some people, they spell them differently too.
No, they don't.
Are you sure?
I think it's like Colonel, and then however you spell Colonel.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a word that I don't know then for sure.
There's a lot. There's a lot I don't know. Yeah, so they're terrified of raspberries starting to grow out their head. Have you ever heard that before?
No, I can't say I've ever considered that.
This person says megalophobia, like Transformer movies or some Marvel movies.
What? That's the definition? What's the definition?
They're saying megalophobia. I look it up on your phone what megalophobia
We're
is.
going to have to do that. I didn't know.
It says, they wrote, like Transformer movie or some Marvel movie is a no. This is the thing, when you like message on Instagram in the little boxes, you can only write so much. So they have to like do like a little code. But yeah, it's megalophobia. The
fear of large objects.
They wouldn't like your dick. Sorry, Mom. I know you listen. That's interesting. I didn't know what that was.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Large animals.
But what if they're watching it on a small TV?
No, I think it's like because Transformers are big.
Okay.
It's
but what if it's on a small TV?
I don't think that's... They're still humans, and then there's Transformers.
Okay.
So you can you have a size reference, right?
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Sorry, no, I don't think that works. That's interesting, though.
I've
Never heard
never
that. And
heard
it's a real
that.
phobia. Interesting.
Oh, this guy said never getting head again.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Thanatophobia. Okay, you got to look that one up. I'll spell it for you.
Yeah.
THANATO phobia.
Anxiety disorder that causes an intense fear of death or the dying process, which I don't know.
I think a lot of people go through that.
I also don't know if I'd call it irrational.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not scared of dying. I'm also delusional.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's a rational thing to be afraid of.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's funny. This is a girl. She's from Florida.
Okay.
I definitely feel this one sometimes. But a snake in the toilet.
Whoa.
You've never seen those videos?
A snake in the toilet? No.
Yeah. Literally, like, where, like, you, like, going up the pipe, like, it happens few and far in between.
Does it happen here?
I think it happens more in South Florida. I'll start sending you videos, though, so it scares you.
Well.
Always check before you sit.
I guess I'll have to start checking.
Maybe they're afraid of squatty potty. Or not squatty potties. What do we have? We have bidets.
I don't think they consider that.
Oh.
Choosing which toilet to enter. You're probably safe upstairs, though. I wouldn't think.
Yeah, there would be a lot of pipage.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
Some of these aren't like really irrational. Like, I'll get brutally murdered. Like, you're a woman in 2024. I understand.
Right, it can happen.
Someone thinks they're funny. They said question boxes. ... Oh no. Having to get my asshole stitched up.
That. Okay.
Is that like a birth thing, or is that like a just in general opposite, like of human centipede? I don't know.
Like a prolapse situation.
Oh, this one's getting stuck in an MRI machine while a whole zombie apocalypse happens outside the room. Well, the good thing is MRIs usually take 45 minutes, and I would say a zombie apocalypse
could take long. Well, like the initiation of it, though.
But the chance of it happening where you're getting your MRI?
That's true. Yeah.
Slim to none, Hatfield. Slim to none.
All right, we could probably set that one to at ease then.
This is one. Kia vehicles. I just get the creeps.
That makes sense.
Yeah, especially because they changed like their logo.
Yeah. They try and trick
like,
you. Like,
yeah, they're like a bunch of fuckboys.
We're so cool. Look like all space age now.
Yeah, no, for like a whole year. What's the KN car was like one of the highest things searched on Google in America.
Props to their marketing team.
I mean, it does look better than it just saying Kia. I just feel like it just took a whole switch, and maybe it's working for them, but I kind of understand that one.
Right. Like maybe put it into your cars instead of like
The logo.
your logo. Yeah. I don't
Time
know.
for a rebrand.
We'll see.
Yeah. Aliens.
I feel like that's not a fear. Like we're excited for that. Like just welcome them.
Yeah, I honestly can't wait for the aliens.
Like how much worse could it be?
That's what I think. I mean, at least it'll be like happy excitement, kind of. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I keep making stupid podcasts like this, they probably won't come down.
Yeah, well,
Until all of us stop making podcasts.
You're keeping people safe with your podcast.
You're welcome.
Aliens aren't coming around here.
Someone said, ew, slugs, the worst.
Slugs, huh? They're kind of gross.
They are.
But
Lindsay has an irrational. It is irrational. I don't give a fuck. She has an irrational fear of like crabs, like the beach kind, not like the STD kind or whatever.
Yeah, I mean they're the same.
No, they're not.
Oh, aren't they? Don't
no,
they like share?
It's like pubic lice.
No. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, she's like really, really afraid of crabs. Remember I told that to you one day? Like even the tiny ones, and you're like, that's what's gonna take her down.
That's what does it.
Like the teeny tiny like.
What is
ones.
she afraid they're gonna do?
I don't know.
Okay, just doesn't like them, huh?
No,
Creep
she
her
will
out.
run and scream. Run and scream.
Interesting.
Fish, dead or alive.
Well,
you're missing out on some good food.
Tasty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is kind of a good one. I think this one could be considered irrational. Quicksand.
Yeah, I feel like I was a fear of quicksand.
Because I feel like I didn't know what it was. I feel like I thought it was like everywhere.
Thought we were just gonna run into it.
Yeah.
I've never seen quicksand a day in my life.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I don't even. Is it like only on Fear Factor? I don't know. Every time I'm laughing at this one. Every time I cross a railroad track, I think a train is gonna come instantly. Murder train.
That's why you gotta go 20 miles an hour.
Bright line.
Oh yeah.
If you're not up to date, the Bright Line train that's in Florida but is now going to be cross country, it's killed a lot of people in the past year. Way too many.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sewers that I will fall through if I stand on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that checks
you.
out.
Let's not do that.
I'm kind of like that too. I go out of my way to not step on them. You know that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean.
Oh, this person's really good into it. They said this isn't. They said control is an illusion. We, the humans, are totally out of control. I don't think that's an irrational fear, but I just wanted to read it.
Okay.
This person left me hanging. They said Gordon Ramsay. Odd story.
What?
I want to know more.
Yeah. They can't just leave you like that.
No.
Like what? Like did they meet him?
I don't know.
Is it like just tangentially related? Like what happened?
I have no idea.
Interesting.
This one's not. See, I feel like a lot of these aren't irrational, but I think people are made to feel like they're irrational.
Yeah.
Elevators.
I feel like that's an irrational fear.
Really?
I mean,
I feel like in what
elevators,
context?
too.
Like if it's like a small space thing, that's more of a phobia. I think if it's like it breaking and falling. Oh my God, when we were in Atlanta, the elevator was full as fuck. And then like this larger gentleman walked on and he goes, what did he say? He goes, let's test the weight limit.
Let's test it out or something.
Yeah. It was really funny. I mean, it was
obviously
what? The
elevator scared me though too because like the lobby floor is like below the sidewalk level on like the one side of the building. So when the elevator goes down, it looks like it's going really fast towards the sidewalk, and then you just go through the sidewalk, and then it stops. It scared me the first time.
Too, because the one side you can like see out of.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were in the Sheraton Hotel in Nashville, and they had a really big elevator like that? And then we got really drunk downtown and had no recollection getting back to our room. Mind you, people, this was in like 2018 when I was drinking. So.
Yeah. You were unwell that night.
I woke up on the bathroom floor with my top off. I don't know why that.
It's either a really good night or a really bad night. Sometimes both.
You went out to like get me pretzels though, so that was really sweet.
I did. In an unknown place in Nashville, walking by myself in the middle of the night.
But I think that makes it like extra fun. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking for more. Do you have irrational fears?
Rational fears. I don't know. I feel like I can get on board with the elevator one. I'm pretty scared of elevators.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think, but like I feel like all mine are common.
Yeah.
Airplanes, pretty scared of airplanes.
You've gotten better.
Gotten better.
I'm the worst person to fly with if you're afraid of airplanes, by the way.
You have no self-awareness.
No self-awareness in general, but especially when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, people are like, oh, I'm nervous. And I'll go, why? And they're like, what if it crashes? And I'm like, well, you really won't know. You'll die pretty instantly. And then if not, you'll just die eventually. And either way, you'll be dead. So...
Yeah,
that's how I.
That's the thing.
That's how I
of.
That's how I comfort people.
Also,
in
like I feel like I'm gonna know it's crashing. Like.
Yeah, but like, how long is that gonna last? Not long.
That's why I don't want that to last at all. I don't want that to have to be a thing.
Whatever. Okay, I found the list. Falling in my washing machine.
Why? How would that happen? Why would that be?
I'm like 5'10". I do not have that fear.
So like, what would even happen? Just get out.
Just
like, what are you gonna? Are you afraid the lid's gonna shut and it's gonna turn on?
Maybe. Do you know like a couple kids die every year by like doing that?
What?
It's like a real thing.
In the washing machine?
Washer or dryer? I can't remember.
Right. Maybe the dryer.
I think the dryer.
Yeah.
Tomato ketchup.
Tomato ketchup.
Someone said tomato ketchup.
As opposed to like
raspberry
ketchup.
Fuck the raspberry. 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 Okay, my mom gave like 17. She said lying down flat, having a car flip sideways, with me not able to crawl out, going on a cruise, and the dentist.
You know what? Bridges kind of scare me a little bit now.
Because of that bridge collapsing?
Kinda, yeah. I just think I don't really like heights that much.
Yeah, I don't think you do either. But you went like ziplining and stuff.
That's true. Yeah, that was fun. I don't know.
It's
a certain thing about
I like doing things that I'm like afraid of, because I know I do have like afraid of heights, but like that's why I go out of my way to do things like ziplining. Like I love that feeling of like, I guess it's adrenaline.
Yeah, that would be that.
Yeah, but like when you feel like your stomach's gonna like fall out of you and like you're gonna barf, but then you do something and then you're like, fuck yeah, I did it.
Sense of accomplishment.
It's kind of like stand up.
Yeah, kind of, I guess. Some of us, maybe not everyone.
Someone said getting kidnapped. So I learned recently that if you have hand tattoos, especially women, listen out there, women. If you're like me and you have hand tattoos, you are pretty much significantly less likely to be kidnapped, because hand tattoos are very identifiable. Like you can wear a long sleeve shirt, but like people see grown ass women wearing mittens with a strange man in like May in Florida, they're gonna know something's up.
Yeah, because you can't really give good hand DJs with gloves on.
You know, I should start wearing gloves. This is okay. This one, this is legit.
This is the one.
That Yellowstone will erupt because it's 500 years overdue.
Oh yeah.
That gets me. That's one of my Roman empires.
Yeah.
Ooh, we should do a Roman
Empire episode. It makes you feel better though, like they're talking about like the it's like thousands of years, like tens of thousands of years between eruptions. So like 500 years, like proportionally, isn't that like much,
I guess. Yeah, it's like a small percentage.
Right? On that line though, I'm afraid the sun's older than we thought it was, and it's gonna explode.
In our lifetime?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be afraid if it wasn't our lifetime. I wouldn't care. What do you mean? Yes, I'm afraid it's going to kill me. I don't care about anybody else.
And that's my husband, everyone. Really? How old is the sun?
I don't know.
Like 7?
23 galactical revolutions.
Is that a real time frame?
It could be.
Interesting.
23 times around the galaxy.
What would happen if Yellowstone erupted? They never really get.
It would just depend on like what kind of eruption, but I mean it would be pretty bad. We would probably I think even us would get covered in ash in Florida.
Yeah.
And the sky would be dark for days.
Dark for days.
I don't know. There's a whole episode about it somewhere.
I hope we
can go find out.
That.
Yeah, it would be not bueno.
What if it's like a baby eruption? A little percolating.
Well, I mean, that probably would be okay, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's like there's like pretty big chasms under there, and it would be like
a what?
Chasm?
What the fuck is that?
With big old holes in there, and it would
Like a
it
cavern?
would like sink in on itself, and then like
Oh.
it'd be like a massive explosion.
Interesting.
So with that, yeah, I don't think they're worried. I mean, like the geyser blows all the time. That's a mini eruption, I guess.
The what? The what?
The geyser.
With you in Yellowstone?
Yeah.
I saw a geyser in where was I? Iceland.
Wow.
It smelled like rotten eggs.
Yeah.
All the sulfur. And every time it went boop, I screamed because it was scary. It
So
caught
just
me off
imagine
guard.
that
I was
times
like,
a million.
"Ah!" Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think lava camp, but Iceland's basically on a volcano, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
That's probably why there's
Oh yeah, it
geysers.
all smelled like sulfur. That makes sense.
Yeah. I went
Yeah.
to some hot springs and everything smelled like sulfur there.
Where'd you go?
I don't remember.
In Yellowstone?
No, where was? Oh, it was in Utah.
Who'd you go with?
Myself.
It sounds like fun. Want to talk about my irrational fears?
Not really.
Do you know what they are?
No, I don't know. I probably do.
Deer.
Deer. Oh yeah, deer. I still don't understand.
Fuck deer.
Well, let's not do that.
No, not like bestiality. Like, fuck them deer.
Like, what did deer ever do to you?
Just the way they look at you, they run out in front of your car. When they huddle together, like sometimes they're in packs, and it's kind of terrifying. I don't know.
Okay.
I've never liked them,
Okay.
and I've never really been a fan of birds.
Gotcha.
I mean, like from a distance. Like I'm in like that age now. I turned 30 a couple years ago.
Wow.
So like I like seeing like cardinals and blue jays outside, hummingbirds, all that stuff. But don't get fucking close to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about like crows or?
I do like crows, but again, just
Don't
keep your
get too
distance.
close?
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
your distance. No, those big ass birds down here. I don't like fucking
Yeah.
with those. I love our peacocks. They're birds. I love peacocks.
Sure.
Yeah,
could be
no,
birds.
I think it's just like those annoying like New York State ones. So,
Well, I mean, you lived in New York City, right? Didn't you have like?
pigeons?
Yeah,
Fuck
pigeons.
pigeons. They're rats with wings. Isn't that what they say?
That's what they say.
I don't like it when cardboard touches cardboard.
Yeah, I know. You always make me fold boxes, and I really don't understand it.
I'm thinking of. I don't like it at all. It's got I don't even know if it shivers.
But like, you don't
gotta
care.
go
Like,
vomit.
you'll like sit there while I'm doing it.
It used to be bad. You know what? When things got worse, when I got my really bad concussion after our car accident in 2018. Remember tape? I couldn't listen to tape.
Yeah. It's like, what? Yes, I know tape.
I know tape. It was so bad.
Yeah,
I feel
you
like
would.
all that stuff was like 10 times worse. But I think that was the concussion. I was highly concussed. But yeah, I think birds, deer, and cardboard. I know someone else on the list said failure, and I know her who wrote it. I was like, I get it. And we're very similar in that sense. But yeah, do you have anything else to add to that, Hatfield?
I don't know.
Which one was the wildest one? The one about Transformers. I like learning things. That was nice.
Yeah.
Megalophobia?
Yeah,
Is that what it
megalophobia.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm making it up now. Could be.
Could be.
I don't know. What was it? I think the raspberry one was still the wildest. But
Oh,
that's 'cause
yeah.
I just don't have like context for it. Maybe.
I feel like something like that. Like, do you think they were like tripping really hard and then it was just like a tripping thought? And
Yeah.
this coming from someone who doesn't trip. So is that what happens? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, could be. I
It
guess
just
you
stayed
could
with
be
them?
like think that. Yeah, just stuck with them.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't really stick with you.
I don't know.
I don't know. Interesting. Well, I'll be thinking about that tonight.
Yeah. I think I should do a Roman Empire episode.
Like what?
Like asking
Just
people
talk
what.
about the Roman Empire.
No. Asking people, like, and I know it was like a trend like more last year, but asking people like what their Roman Empire is. Because I have a couple.
Got a couple
And
dynasties.
I want a couple dynasties. And then I'd want to guess yours. I think that'd
Okay.
be fun.
I'd have to come up with mine first.
You know what? Just randomly think about stuff.
No,
Roger
no.
doesn't have an inner monologue.
I don't think
Roger
so.
doesn't have thoughts. He can't like imagine things.
Oh yeah. I can't see things in my mind. I didn't know that was a thing until I started seeing stuff on Instagram, and I was like, people like you can actually picture things.
Which is, like, insane, because, like, you're not stupid by any means. Like, I would
No.
consider you up there, like, genius, like, you're a fucking engineer. Like, you're really fucking smart. But, yeah, you were, like, oh, you have, like, an inner monologue? You're like, oh, you, like, see things in your mind?
Yeah, and, like, you could, like, hear
Yeah.
words in your mind.
Yeah.
Like, who's talking?
Someone diagnosed my husband. Like, who's talking? Like, 1,000 versions of me. Sometimes it's more than one.
At the same time? Do they say the same thing?
Not really. Like, sometimes when you think about something and then I can think about that, but then there's, like, something else going on in the back of my head. Don't diagnose me. I'm already diagnosed.
No, I don't know. I don't have it. Don't have it.
So, like, if I tell you to, like, think of, like, a green apple, you, like, can't see a green apple in your head.
No, but, like, I know what a green apple is. I don't have to, like, imagine a green apple to
What if
know
I say, like, a
what it is.
purple apple with orange polka dots?
Okay.
Can you, like, do you see that in your mind?
I don't see it. I just, like, I know, like, what a purple apple with orange. I know what purple is. I know what apples are, and I know what orange polka dots are. So, like, I can just,
your
like,
job interview?
put them all. Like, I could draw it, not well, but
Like it, Picasso.
yeah, like I could Picasso it up real quick if you want.
Interesting.
You know, I could replicate this.
Well, someone out there diagnosed my husband. But I feel, and I think it's funny though too, because I feel like a lot of my friends, like, maybe I just haven't asked enough people, but we all, like, can do that. Because especially, like, I have my, like, Reiki practitioner certification and stuff like that, and I'll tell Roger, like, oh, like, I visualized this, or I saw this, and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. I have dreams though. Like, I know what dreams are.
Got that DMT.
Yeah.
I know what dreams are.
Like,
I have hopes and dreams too.
Yeah. I just don't have visual hallucinations on a regular basis. They just don't come at will.
Do you have audio ones?
No, I don't have that either.
Well, that's good. I don't have those either.
I thought you could hear stuff.
Not in, like, that sense.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Not like in a hallucination sense.
Wait, if you're hearing anything at all that doesn't exist, though, isn't that a hallucination?
Well, no, it's, like, different when you do Reiki. You, like,
no,
feel it more.
But I meant, like, your inner monologue.
Oh. I thought you meant, like, no, yeah, hallucinations come into you like you're, like, it's like external. At least for my past experiences. Like, it's not just, like, your brain.
What?
Roger looks so confused
How would it not be your brain? So it's not a hallucination. If
it,
it's
like,
not
is your brain, but you when it's hallucination, it sounds like it's, like, external, like it's coming from somewhere, or someone's, like, talking straight to you, like that. Like, it's not, like, I know, like, a thought is just a thought.
That's what got me through my early 20s.
That a thought is just a thought. That's how we met. But yeah, that's what that is.
Okay.
So, you work on your imagination.
Well, now I have a new irrational fear that
You don't have a brain.
I don't have I don't think I am afraid that I don't have a brain. Something wrong with me. My brain don't work.
Well, I think it's like
Just don't brain.
I think it's like maybe the left brain that versus right brain thing. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. No?
Because I'm a lefty.
Is that what the brain you have is?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't think it's...
Whatever it is, it's the opposite of mine.
Yeah.
By far.
By far.
All right. Are we ready to wrap things up?
Wrap it up.
I have to pack for a little girl's trip. Not like little girls. Like, it's my friend's bachelorette party this week, so I gotta...
The opposite of a little girl's trip.
Little girl's trip. So I'm excited. I have to pack for that. Everyone's coming from, like, New York State, and they're like, yay, beach. And I'm, like, excited about the beach, but it's in North Carolina, and I'm gonna be cold.
You'll survive.
I will survive. I like wearing long pants and stuff, and I can't really do that too much down here right now. So, yeah, I have to pack, and Roger probably has things to do as well. So...
Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Stop Faking It. right when you're done listening, please do me a favor and go rate this podcast 5 stars wherever you're listening. Give me a nice review. That would be awesome. It helps people find this podcast. It's really nice. I actually get messages from people like, oh, this was suggested by Spotify. Or I didn't know you had a podcast and it was suggested by this or that. And that is done through the ratings. So, yeah, hope you have a great rest of your week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.